that's my sentiment. It's an ironic, like, I don't want to fall in love. I don't want to fall, but it doesn't matter how many times I say it. It's just happening. You know, it's happening. There's nothing I could do. So that's really what that song is about.
I mean, I just want to know, like, how long do I gotta keep on working so hard for people to understand, like, what this talent is, what I got, you know? Sometimes I get so frustrated, you know?
This is the fourth time.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So my name is Imvnyel. I am a Berlin musician based out of Berlin, but originally from the United States of America. I've now been here for 5 years, singer, songwriter, rapper, do everything myself, and I just want to go ahead here and share some good vibes.
You recently released your debut EP.
Yeah.
Caesura?
Caesura, yeah, it's Caesura, yeah.
With 7 tracks on it?
Yeah, 7 tracks.
What does this project mean to you, actually?
This project means a lot to me, actually. These 7 songs is like a compilation. It's the diary of the last year of my life. Actually, I would say it even travels back a little bit more to that, and it really is about 2 different points in my life where I experienced a lot of change in my life, and the first half talks about the first half of the year, and the second half is more like hope of things to come, you know?
And the cover is actually the first thing that catch my attention. Yeah, it's very beautiful, quite unique.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like telling something deep.
Exactly.
What does this artwork represent?
It's like, this artwork really represents almost like 2 parts of me that were pulling at each other. If you see, like, one face is kind of serious and looking down, the other one's more bright and looking up, very hopeful, and that is the exact message that I wanted to show with this, and that is kind of the turmoil and the story that I've been going through over the last year and really like my whole life, you know. That's what I really feel like, and I am now getting the chance to, you know, go from being sad and looking down to really looking forward, and that's really everything that Caesura is about.
And your music is also unique. I have to say congratulations for the quality. Yeah, it's a very good EP.
Thank you very much.
It sounds like a lot of work, right?
Yes, it was a lot of work. A lot of hours went into writing it and creating that.
How long did it take you to come out with such a solid project?
So the funny thing about this project is actually it was going to be a completely different type of project. I didn't really have the idea of creating an EP, but basically me and my manager had a talk, and we came to the conclusion that I should go and take all the songs that I've written in the last year, just put them together and make it into an EP. But I really wanted to tell a story, and we really talked about this, and we're like, it's better to create a story. And so the very first song was done about a year ago. Actually, it's Fallen. It's not the very first song on the album, but it was done a year ago, and that's really when this whole process started. And then at the end of the year, this is when the project morphed into, we're like, okay, 7-song or 10-song EP originally, but we cut it down because they just didn't fit the song, and this is what turned out, and I'm super happy with it, honestly.
The first song was Fallen.
Yeah, first song on that I wrote was Fallen, and I actually wrote that song in about 2 hours, start to finish, and that song is very, very special to me. It deals a lot with somebody who's very special to me, and also the problems and the fears and just how you feel whenever you start falling for somebody. And so I think it's an anthem that a lot of people can relate to.
I don't wanna fall in love, I just think that shit is fucked up. Put your heart on a platter just to watch it blow up. And my ex out here trying to wish me bad luck, but I guess that's what you get when you finally had enough. Turn the page, I can't really turn the page, I just get to the end, cause I'm really at the age where I know it's only days till you find someone amazing.
And in the song you say you don't wanna fall in love.
Yeah.
But at the end someone make you do it.
Yeah, so that point in time I was very scared. I had just really left a very long relationship, and I was very unsure about whether or not I was ready for this thing. And it was just the person that this was really, I just connected with, so well, and it was just very much an energy and a synergy. And I didn't want to fall in love because I had been already there and I had done that for a very long time. And I was like, okay, I'm scared, you know? And that's my sentiment. It's an ironic, like, I don't want to fall in love. I don't want to fall, but it doesn't matter how many times I say it, it's just happening, you know? It's happening. There's nothing I could do. So that's really what that song is about.
I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love, baby. I don't wanna fall in love, but you got me in the palm. But you gon' lift your hand. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love, baby. I don't wanna fall in love, baby. Underneath your but you gon' make me.
How do you describe your music?
So this is actually something that I've really been working on for a very long time. I'm an artist who's very diverse. I've grown up listening to so many different styles. When I was in high school, I was in a punk rock band, and then I love pop music and R&B, and so I really started to hone down my sound, and I feel like it is more of like a jazzy pop rap kind of sound. You know, you get some classical jazz sounds to it, something classy. You get catchy hooks that come from pop music and, you know, like the boy bands and Boys to Men, like I grew up listening to. Then you have the hip hop side from my inspirations like Drake, you know, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, a lot of these, J. Cole, a lot of these artists really inspire me, and I tried to blend that all together. So yeah, jazzy pop rap with a nice vibe.
Jazzy pop rap.
Pop rap.
Jazzy pop rap.
Rap, yeah, exactly.
I really like it.
Yeah.
And in one of your songs, I like the way you switch between singing and rapping. I think it's the song Conversations.
Conversations,
and
yes.
the way you stop singing and start rapping is very beautiful.
Thank you.
Sick of waiting, I ain't got no patience, maybe too much passion. Tired of being passed up and tired of gassing up everyone but me. I can feel the weight of gravity, anxiety chasing me. Don't make a scene, my mind keep racing to empathy, trying to empty me on a crash course with no pilot here. Just another day though, looking for your halo. I don't even know if you're gonna stay though. So my thoughts run wild. Are you gonna stay?
And the song himself is also beautiful and very deep.
Yeah.
What is the story behind this song?
So that is a song about like the conversation. The original title was Conversations with Myself, and that was over this year, a lot of things have happened, and I dealt a lot with burnout and anxiety and, you know, just a little bit of depression. And one of the biggest things that you have, especially with anxiety, is like this inner voice that is always speaking to you, telling you you're not good enough, telling you you're on the wrong path. And if you listen to that, it was also telling me, you know, the relationship you're in, it's going to fall apart. And that was all about this conversations with myself and the anxiety that is just weighing you down. And it's about that battle, that tug of war between the two parts of you, the part that wants to be positive, again, like just the cover, you know, that face, and then that negative side of you. And that is really what Conversations is about. And I think there's a lot of people who can relate to it. And I hope it's something that when people listen to, they can be like, yes, I know exactly what that means. And at the very same time, I wanted to give people like this feeling of hope also in the end, when it just like builds up that you're not alone, you know? You are not alone. There's other people who deal with this. Okay. And that's what it's about, yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand. And I feel like there is also a connection between this song, Conversations, and your other song, Caesura.
So the very first, the first half of the album really is all meant to go together. And like Caesura in itself, actually, it covers like everything, but it is my frustration. That was really what it was. I wrote this song 4 different times. There's 4 different versions of this, and it was me trying to be like, how do I start this? How do I open up this story, you know, and tell people like, what is it that I'm trying to show right now? And so Caesura, the 4th one, was actually just pure frustration, and because I rewrote it 4 times, and I thank my manager again, because she was very much like, hey, I don't think this song works. I don't think the instrumental works. You can tell a story. Like, tell a story. you have a lot to say. And so I just tried to summarize that, the frustration I feel for myself, the frustration that I feel about the mistakes that I made, but how it made me grow. And that is everything. I think it was the perfect opening, just to let people know I'm here, I'm here.
Yeah. And you reveal in your song Caesura that you were homeless at 18.
Yeah.
Okay, young blood. It hurts today, but tomorrow you'll be loved. That's song one. At 18 I was homeless, 19 I was hopeless, and now that I'm grown, I'm writing my magnus opus. Sometimes you lose focus to see what you got. No, I'm not religious, but I got it thanks to God's. And no, I'm not religious, yeah, that's gonna hurt my pops. The son of a preacher, yeah, that pressure was a lot. It's like everyone I love try to put me in a box. No more pushing this boulder to the mountaintop. I'm done.
Can you tell us a bit about this experience?
Yeah, I was very much. I love my family. I gotta start that. But me and my dad, we really butted heads a lot when I was younger, and there was a lot of trouble and turmoil that I had just from my childhood that I kind of really kept inside, and we really butt heads, and just I had a different idea of the direction I wanted to go in with my life, and we just couldn't see eye to eye on that. And, we just kind of really got into an argument. And this is after I graduated from high school. And it was basically like, either you go and do this, and this is what we want you to do, or you have to get out of the house. And so I moved out originally. And then while I was moved out, a lot of things happened. Just my life kind of really went downhill. And it was a crazy few years after that. But I got in kind of with the wrong crowd. And that's how I ended up being homeless, because we got kicked out of our apartment, and it was about 4 months, really, honestly, of being out there and sleeping sometimes in the cold, and tough time.
Okay, yeah. Now a question that has no direct link with your music.
Yeah.
What was the last beautiful thing you saw on the internet? Let's say you were scrolling on Instagram and you saw something that makes you feel good.
The last thing that in the internet, oh man, I have this dream of going and moving to this beautiful place, maybe somewhere in the Mediterranean, these like just beautiful blue ocean, and you're able to see down to the bottom, and it's sunny outside, and I just have this dream of having a nice house, standing on a balcony, and having a coffee. And it was a video that I saw that was in Italy that was this exact thing, and it just made me realize that this is the reason why I do this music, is so that I can experience that goal. And that's the last beautiful thing that I saw, honestly, was just that beautiful water that made me understand that all this is worth it, because that's my goal.
Nice. So you've been in Berlin for 5 years?
Yeah, for 5 years.
How do you find it so far?
Man. So when I first moved here, I came from a place called Pittsburgh. It's a little city in Pennsylvania, and it's not very, very diverse. You have the city, and then outside the city, it's just country, and coming here to Berlin, it was so different, because you are just it's like the melting pot of the world. Everything that America thinks it is, really, in as a whole, you have as Berlin in just a city. And you meet people from Italy, you meet people from Spain, China, whatever it is. And that is so beautiful to me. And I think that's my favorite thing about Berlin, honestly.
And what about being a rapper in Berlin?
Being a rapper in Berlin is a little bit interesting, because it is very much a techno-heavy, people want to listen to techno, and right now, especially being an English speaker, I feel like a lot of Germans really like German rap, and so it is a little bit difficult as a rapper trying to find a way to get shows, trying to find your way in to really the Berlin music scene, and so I'm really trying to work and see what I can do, how I can, break out from that, So. Okay,
nice. People call you the Vibe King.
The Vibe King, yeah.
Why?
It was actually, that was given to me as a nickname from one of my friends. A shout out to Imvnyel. He was actually the guy who shot the video for my song Stay. and I would always send him my songs, you know, just because I love to get feedback from people. I'd like live off feedback on my music because I want to grow. And he was like, bro, I love your music. Every time I hear it, it puts me in a vibe. And he just like, I'm just gonna call you the Vibe King. And we kind of went from that, and I took that, like, you know, the Vibe King, and everyone was always coming to me like, bro, I love hanging out with you. You create such a vibe. It's, you know, you're just a vibe. It's a good time. And I figured, you know, I want to take that and own that and make that my thing, you know, so.
And talking about friends, what do you think your friends say about you when you are not around?
That's an amazing question, honestly. It's actually something that I thought about quite a lot, because I would hear people, how, you know, people, especially in the States, people talk, they're very, very nice up front, and then behind you leave, and it's like, oh, I don't like this person, I hate that person. And so I actually thought about that, and I try to live my life in such a way that people will never have anything bad to say about me. What I mean by that is, like, I want to give good energy to people. I want to make sure whenever they talk to me and they're around me, it's like, hey man, this guy just gives off good energy and good vibes, and I think I've done a pretty good job of that. So I don't think anybody has, not too many bad things, not too many people here.
Okay. So tell us, what is your creative process like?
Yeah, so my creative process, I think of things very cinematically. So most of the time I really have to feel it also. And so I'll be like, today I'm like, I need to make some music, and I can feel it. It's something that just, you know, like hunger, you know, I'm like, I need to make something right now. And I will sit down in front of the computer and listen to an instrumental. And then first thing is, the instrumental has to like kind of catch me. And whenever it catches me, I always think of it like a movie. What movie can I create? What story is it I'm trying to tell? And the imagery, you know, I really like, sometimes I just look up and try to imagine it on like video camera. What is this supposed to look like? And so from there, that's how I create it. I usually create the hook, and then from the hook, I write the verses, you know, just come up with like, what is the summary of what I want to write? And a lot of times I even just sing. Whatever comes out. And sometimes something comes out that I didn't even know was inside me, you know, or a subject that was inside me. And whenever it comes out, I'm like, that's the one. I got to write for it. And then I obsess on it, you know. I'm like, I got to write.
Okay. You have a song, and the title is in French.
Yeah.
Malune Belle.
Malune Belle.
Do you speak French?
I do not speak French. I speak a little bit of French whenever I'm on, like, you know, Duolingo, but I don't really speak French at all. So it actually came from somebody also very special to me. I wrote this song, and we are kind of just talking about the moon, and it's such a beautiful thing. And I was like, I want to make that a title. So it's like Malune Belle, so my moon beautiful. You know, but it's actually supposed to be the other way around. I found out from one of my friends who's French. He was like, listen, man, I'm going to go ahead and let it slide. And I told him, hey, I'm an artist. I get, you know, creative license. I can do what I want. I was creative with it, yeah. It just rolls off the tongue better.
Then the moon came up, it was a beautiful night. We were chilling on your couch, we were taking a night. We just taking in this life, we in sync in this energy. It feels so good, yeah, it's synergy. Yeah, it's easy, it's a breeze.
Now let's talk a bit about spirituality.
Yeah.
You have a song called Preacher's Son.
Preacher's Son. Preacher's Son. Yeah, so I'm actually the son of a pastor. My father was a preacher, and I spent a lot of my youth growing up in the church. You know, I think I was in church all the way up until basically whenever I left my house, like 17. So I was always also then preacher's son, and there's so much pressure put on you. You have to be perfect. And I got to be around a lot of people and see them. I saw them at church, and I saw them outside of church. And I saw just how there's very much a disconnect between the spirituality that people portray and then how they actually are. And that's what that song kind of deals with, about the idea that, like, you know, where'd my faith go? I don't know. It went out the window. It's like, I'm a preacher's son. I'm supposed to get all these blessings, and there's supposed to be a lot that comes from that. And I I don't know if I so much believe in that, but I feel like you just believe in yourself and believe in this life, and that is the spirituality that I have rather than a religion, you know, and that's kind of how I view it.
Tell us, what is next for you for this year, 2022?
Oh, I have big plans. I have big plans. So, I gotta think there's like, first off, I wanted to release a couple more singles, 100%. I want to do a lot more collaborations, and I already did 4 shows so far since releasing the EP, and that has just been so exciting. And I actually got to perform on top of the Wayfair building here in Berlin after work. It was amazing. And my big personal goal is that I want to do 10 shows this year. I'm hoping to do more, already at 4, and so like my biggest goal is just get myself out there, get people to know me, get people to understand who I am and what I'm here to do and what I stand for. And I think if I'm able to put myself out there, the people are really gonna be like, I can get behind it, I can hop on board, I want to be a part of this story, you know. And definitely more interviews, and just I want to see everything that I've been working for in this last year really like grow and blossom into, you know, something for me.
Are you in a label?
Am I in a label? No, I'm not in a label, but I live right next to Sony Studios here in Berlin, and it is something I walk by every day. I walk by it all the time to go get groceries, and I just imagine myself walking in there and, you know, coming up and them like, hey, they know me on a first name basis. Hey, why don't you come in? Why don't you go record in the studio today or something like that? So being on a label is definitely a dream. Definitely a dream, I think, mine. You know, so right now I'm just trying to get myself out there. Maybe, we'll see. I perform, fingers crossed. I would love to just like go out, set up in front of Sony Studios and perform and just have them like take notice of me. So Sony, if you're watching, I'm gonna be the guy who will stand in front of your building. Don't call security on me.
Okay. And what is your dream career? How do you see yourself as an artist in the future?
Yeah, so I love music. I've been writing music for a very long time, and like just the desire in me to write songs is there. I write a lot of songs. From the 7 that I put out, I think I have another 30 just sitting somewhere. And so I really want to write music for other artists. I think that would be like, I want to establish myself as an artist, and then when people take notice, like, I love the way he writes music. Then they come to me and I'm like, hey, I'll write this song. Absolutely, I'll write this for you. You know, I would love to write songs for the next big stars. I'm sure Beyonce's not really going to be there anymore, but for the next Beyonce, I want to be the person who writes a song for you. So listen to my music. If you like it, you will like it. And then let's talk. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my dream. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, thank you very much, Imvnyel. It was a great pleasure having you here. And yeah, is there any last word you want to say to the audience out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so then the last thing I would say is thank you very, very much for having me here. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to like express myself and talk to people. And I want people to understand, like, my goal is to share with people and let people understand that even though I'm a person who smiles, that I also go through things, and life is real. We're going to experience life, and I want to give people the opportunity to see the beautiful sides of it, the tough sides of it, and just show them that they're not alone. And if you want to follow me, please follow me on Spotify. You can type in my name, Imvnyel. You can also follow me on all social media. I'm everywhere under Imvnyel. I also have my own website. You can go there, and there's links directly to everything. But make sure you follow, join the story. Once again, I'm the Vibe King. Thank you.
Okay, nice. Okay, now I can prepare for the photo shoot. Okay, perfect. Yeah.
Do you mind? If I call, do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? Do you mind? If I call, then the moon came up. It was a beautiful night. We were chilling on your couch. We were